One of the biggest mistakes that people make with listening is that they don't know when to be active and when to be passive. They don't know when to engage trampoline and when to engage sponge. Due to not knowing the difference between when to apply which, there's a lot of poor socially intelligent moves that are being made. If you're doing sponge listening when you should be active, you want to know what's going to happen? The other person is going to ramble to you. You ever had that one moment where you're in this networking event and you're over here listening? You're doing your best to absorb what this person is saying, and you're thinking that this person eventually is going to be like, well, what about you? Tell me more about yourself. But they're not doing that. Instead, they're just over here yapping away, rambling to you, and eventually you have enough. You're like, I'm going to insert myself into this conversation. And once you do, this other person is not showing you the same respect that you showed them. Now, why did this happen? This happened because whenever someone is rambling, they're feeling a lot of pleasure. Human beings love to ramble for that reason, because the brain releases a lot of pleasure hormones. So you're pretty much priming this person to feel very good, and suddenly you snap away that energy. Are they going to like that? No. And that's why they're showing such low energy when you're trying to speak now. This is why from the very beginning, whenever you're having an interaction, specifically a conversation, you want to lead with the trampoline mindset. Don't be so passive. Don't be a sponge, because you're pretty much conditioning bad behavior in the other person. And the opposite is also true. When someone is over here trying to vent because they lost a loved one, let's say they lost a pet, and you're over here asking follow-up questions, trying to amplify the points. Why are you sad that you lost your pet? Once again, poor social intelligence. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make in regards to listening skills is that they cannot label appropriately. They are incapable of seeing this is a sponge situation and this is an active situation, a trampoline situation. And at times in interactions, it becomes even more nuanced. At certain topics, you have to be more sponge-like, and in other topics, you need to be more trampoline-like. For the sake of clarity, whenever you're entering a conversation, lead with the trampoline mindset, lead with active listening, and you will make your presence felt.